I used to sit around on the weekends, always wondering what I could do with my free time and how to spend my time effectively. I wanted to start a business, I wanted to learn new skills, but I never really knew what I should actually start doing. Then I thought I would watch one YouTube video, and after that I will sit down at my PC and actually start writing some things that I can do. So after watching that YouTube video, I actually sat down at my PC and started, well, procrastinating even more. I started randomly changing the wallpaper I had on my PC. Then after that, I thought I needed to fucking install updates because, it was important. Then at the end of the day, I still haven't really done anything, and I thought to myself, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be fresh and I will have new energy to finally figure something out, right? Yet of course, that was just an excuse, and the same thing would happen the next day. I would start procrastinating on the work I knew I should be doing. The only really productive thing I was doing at the time was working out. I was training calisthenics at home. I was fairly consistent at this. I've been training for 2 years and I've built a pretty solid physique, I guess you can say. Yet I still felt like something was missing in my life. I knew I couldn't just sit around on the weekends and do nothing, or always think about what I could do with my life but then start procrastinating. I would always hope that I will figure it out tomorrow, but when you really think about it, this is really stupid. You just take the responsibilities of today and give them the future version of yourself. Do you think that the future version of yourself will appreciate that? Well, when you're not going to do something today, then you won't do that thing the other day, because if you genuinely want to do something, then you would do it on the same day and not procrastinate until the next day. I started overthinking about whether or not something I was doing would be an effective way to spend my time, and if I could spend this time doing something that had more potential or purpose or would be more optimal. Yet I didn't know what that would be. So the alternative would be to just sit around and think what that would be and start to procrastinate, and as a result still not really doing anything. Something that I've learned from this is I could sit around all day and think about the most optimal thing I could do and the thing that would yield the best results, but that may be something that you will only figure out later as you already start something else. So the best advice I can give you, if you feel similarly, is to just go and do something, literally anything. You will know if that thing has potential or not, or if it is even fun for you. But it's 100 times better than just sitting around and doing absolutely nothing. Just try out new things. You will learn a lot of things from just going out and trying, set new things and expanding your horizon. You don't have to start anything you do perfectly and in the most optimal way. You will learn new things along the way. It's perfectly normal to do something new, not optimally. If you always think that you can only do something new if you do it perfectly from the start and you expect to see instant results, then you will never do anything. Or you will do it, but not consistently. Now, I wasted a lot of weekends in my life. I would always tell myself from week to week that I will finally have a fulfilled weekend the next weekend, and suddenly it was Sunday evening again and I realized I haven't done anything with my life. Then I will tell myself that the next weekend will be better, but it would never be because I would never change. What you have to realize is time is very, very precious. We don't realize that as we're young, but there will be a day where we are 80 years old and we will sit in our chair and think about whether we have made it or not. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is regret. If you are an 80-year-old and you regret not having done something in your life earlier or not used that time that you had when you were young, this will be a huge pain point because regret really fucking hurts. Now, I knew this couldn't continue like that, so I started actually doing stuff on the weekends, just random stuff, and I didn't overthink about whether they were the most optimal thing to do with my time. I started getting really interested in music production. I downloaded an audio workstation, which was FL Studio, and I started learning it. Now, what I'm telling you was over the course of 4 months. I started, getting really interested in music, and I felt like this was my passion. At the start, I didn't really produce anything great, but that wouldn't matter to me because it was so much fun. As time passed, I made better and better pieces without me even really consciously noticing. I was making progress, but it was genuinely fun. At about the same time, I also started playing the piano. And obviously at first I was absolute dog shit, but that didn't bother me because it was so much fun and I was genuinely interested in it. I would need to think about each note that I needed to press at the start, but as time went on I could play some pieces without even thinking about it. They seemed so easy and it was in my muscle memory now. So my biggest piece of advice for this video is start going outside, try new things. You can learn a lot from it and you will know what you like to do and what you don't like to do. Only thinking about whether or not you should do something won't give you a final conclusion. You have to actually go out there and experience it for yourself. So now, get up, don't watch another video, and start doing something that you've been procrastinating about, or something you finally wanted to start but never did. So yes, until the next time.